Hey, love, and welcome back to another video. So, today we're talking about what to look for in a mentor. And if you're someone who just wear locks, we're going to also talk about what to look for in a loctician. So, when you're looking for someone to do your hair, or if you're a loctician, you're looking for someone to mentor, for someone to mentor you, here are some things that you can look for, and at least the things that I look for that helps me decide if we're going to be a good fit. So I did another video talking about, how to get started as a loctician. And if you're someone who looking for a loctician, or if you're someone looking to get started as a loctician and you're looking for someone to mentor you, or even someone to train you, or even someone to learn from, or whose course to take and different things like that, I'm going to talk about what you can look for, or at least the things that help me to help you find somebody that's going to be a good match for you. So I think the first thing you want to do, whether you're looking for a loctician or you're looking for a lock coach, mentor, a lock teacher, trainer, or whomever, right? You want to first know what you like and what you don't like. You want to get to know you first. You want to understand you first. Understand how you want to be handled. If you are a client looking for a loctician, how do you want to be treated? What is important to you? Once you find out what's important to you, it makes it easier to understand what you want and who to do business with. Okay. If you are someone an aspiring loctician and you're trying to decide who can I learn from, who can mentor me, different things like that, same thing applies. You want to understand your learning style. You want to understand how you want to be handled and treated. And once you understand what's important to you, that is going to help you understand. Once you understand what's important to you, it'll make it easier to narrow down who you want to work with and who you want to learn from. So here are a couple of things that I look for when, I'm trying to make a decision, because sometimes it's hard to make a decision. And then sometimes it's easier than you think. So I got my notes once again. So when it comes to looking for someone to model, right? If you are an aspiring loctician, if you're looking for someone to model, you want to look at their level of success. You want to look at how they operate. Is that something you want to imitate? For me, when it comes to working with individuals on a peer level, or when it comes to getting a mentor or a coach for my business, I look at to see how they operate. I look at the three things I look at. I look at their belief system. I look at, what was the other one? Their business structure, and then I look at their behavioral style. So those are the three things I look for. So let's talk about, if you are a client, um, someone who wears locks looking for a loctician. So if belief system is important to you, and I'm not talking about religious stuff, okay? So don't get caught up in just the religion. So when it comes to the belief system, you're looking at the person's character, you're looking at the person's convictions, you're looking at their confidence. It's just pretty much their concept, right? When it comes to their belief system. So if you're someone who likes to operate in integrity, you want someone who's confident in what they're doing, you want someone who's knowledgeable, you want someone who has convictions about certain things. If you yourself have those things and that's what you're looking for, then you want to make sure you're looking out for that. So for me, looking at their belief system, like what's their conviction about certain things, like I get some, people who say, oh, I want someone who's professional. I want someone who's timely. I want someone who's just going to do my hair and not, take forever. I want someone who's going to be honest. I want someone who's going to do right by me, care about me. Like all of those things will fall into their belief system, because whatever this person, whatever their belief system is going to guide them in how they do things, and it's going to dictate the outcome of the experience that they provide to you as a client. So that's one thing you want to figure out, what's important to you when it comes to that, so you can see. So when it comes time to looking for someone who's going to deliver in that, you want to know at least what you're looking for. Okay, so check out their belief system, their business structure. When it comes to business structure, you want to look at the order they're doing things, the form and the processes and different things like that. If you know you like to be in and out, you want to be served one, just you at a time. You don't want to be, you know, you want to be able to work, you want quiet, or you want whatever it is you like, then you want to definitely be able to find somebody who's going to match that level of you can match that level for you, because you don't want to, if you like to be in and out, and then you find a loctician and they get started on your hair, and then hold up, I got another client coming in, so they stop, they do the other person's hair, then they get back to you, and then before you know it, you're there all day. Or if you like a certain process, some clients tell me, I like somebody who has a website where I can just book online. I'm not trying to go back and forth with you texting, figuring out if this is available, if this is not available. Some of you guys prefer to do that stuff online. So you got to look at all of that to see what you prefer, to make the whole process easier for you and to make it an enjoyable experience. Because if you don't like certain things and then you're settling for less, it is not going to be an enjoyable experience for you. And so you're going to be dreading, like, oh my God, I need another appointment. Now I got to go back and forth and text to this person. I wish they had a website. So I know I have a website, but when my clients can't find what they want, they reach out to me. So it all depends. Or, if you like a certain process, you come in, check to see. Sometimes some of you guys don't walk with cash, don't want to be dealing with cash. So you want to see, does that person take cash? Do they do card? You want to look at all of that stuff to see what's okay with you. Some people prefer to pay with a credit card. So if you prefer to pay things with a credit card because you want to get your points, I understand. If you are American Express holder, baby, I understand, because these points, baby, they be adding up, right? So if you like that, you want to do that, but then you end up with somebody who's like, I only do cash, or you can only sell me, or whatever it is. Then you're like, well, crap, I can't take advantage of the points that I want. So you have to figure out what's important to you. So it helps you to know how to, move, how to juke and jive. Keep juking. They looking, keep juking. Okay. All right. So that's the business structure. Then you want to look at their behavioral style or their mental syntax, like all of that stuff when it comes to their pattern, the way they behave. Like I remember I had a client who was like, yeah, the last person I was going to was doing my hair, twerking, doing all this stuff, dancing, doing all this stuff. And she was like, I don't like that. And I'm like, okay. So you have to understand, figure out what behavioral styles is important to you. Some folks like professionalism can mean different things to different people. So what level of professionalism do you like when it comes to, working with a loctician? So all of that stuff, as a client, when you're looking for a loctician, I would pay attention to those three things. Now, if you are an aspiring loctician, you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for a class to take, different things like that. In the last video I did, I talked about, understanding your learning style, understanding what you want, understanding, the type of level of support you want to determine what type of class you want to take, right? So with that, if you're someone who wants, if you are a hands-off person where you just want to take an online class and be done and not deal with the person who's providing the online class, and this might not apply to you because you're not having any human interaction. Unless you've been following the person, you don't like their ways. So that means if you don't like their ways, you're not going to invest in class with them. Because if however they are, they might be the same way in the video training or whatever. So if they someone who like to twerk and train, you might be watching a video and they show you this is how you interlock, okay, and then they start twerking. That might not be for you. So, but if you're generally like a hands off, don't want to deal with people, I just want to take my online class and be done type of person, then this might not apply to you. But if you are an aspiring loctician and you are opting to work with someone, you're opting to be mentored by someone where either you're being mentored by them, being mentored virtually, or you're going in person to work with the person to be mentored, or you're doing a in-person class with them, or any type of human interaction. You know what I mean? So if you're doing any of that, those three things apply as well. So you still want to look at their belief system, because you want to look at their level of confidence, their level of knowledge. How confident are they about the stuff they're teaching? How much do they know, and how much do they understand about what they're teaching? Their level of conviction. What are their conviction about things? Does this person have integrity? Does this person stand on certain principles? Um, and their conception, like how do they think about things, view things, different things like that. You want to examine that because you want to figure out what you prefer, because you might end up deciding to work with someone and you don't like their belief system. You don't like how they do things. You don't like the fact that they, don't have integrity. Or you might feel like, this person look a little money hungry and I ain't trying to be that type of person. Or, this person seems to not really care about the client's hair. So I don't necessarily know if I want to be trained or mentored by the person. This person doesn't really seem to know much outside of just technique. So I don't know. So you got to figure out what's important to you. Okay. So I look at their belief system. Anytime I'm trying to work with a coach, all of that stuff matters to me, because how I want to have a good experience. Although I am paying you for information, I still want a good experience as well. So when I'm working with different coaches and mentors and different things like that, it's important to me how they treat me and how they, um, interact with me. I remember I went to an event, and I met a young lady there and she seemed very cool and everything. And then she's like, yeah, let's follow each other on Instagram. I'm like, sure, cool. And we followed each other and she was like, okay, go and click on the link from her Instagram. And I clicked on it. No, she was like, oh, I'm gonna send you a link. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know what the link was. She's like, what's your number? I'll send you a link. And she sent me the link. I gave her my number and she sent me the link. And then she's like, okay, go give me a review. I said, a review on what? She's like, I teach these things. So if you can just give me a review saying, talking about the experience. And I'm thinking to myself, but you ain't teach me nothing. So automatically I was like, this person has no integrity, because if you're getting people to put false reviews in for you, I just don't know how much I can trust you in other areas. So then and there, I know I didn't want to do nothing with that person, no collaboration, no let's work together, no let's do things together, because although she is like, God, everything. Certain things she had convictions about, but other things she didn't have any convictions about that. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to work with somebody like that, because you have no integrity. And you have to think about, when you're being mentored by someone, or you're trying to model somebody, good character, a bad character can corrupt good character. I don't want to be seen with somebody who does not have good character, who does not have integrity, because automatically, you're guilty by association. Just because you spend time with that person, you deal with that person. Now other people start thinking, if they know that person has no integrity and they see you guys interacting together, now all of a sudden I'm being lumped with that person. Or she probably don't have any integrity either. I'm like, oh no, baby, no, 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 no. So when I see certain things, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to put myself in that situation. So things like that. So you want to think about it when you're working with someone, collaborating, having them as a mentor or a coach. If those things are important to you and you care about those things, think about the belief system, the business structure. Um, when people try to work with me, I'm like, what's your end goal? When people want to be mentored by me, taught by me, I'm very ambitious, but good ambition. Not the type of ambition where I'm about to throw people under the bus, knock people down just to get to my goal. I ain't that type of ambitious person. But I'm ambitious as far as, if I want something, I'm going to go and get it. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to work hard to get what I want. That's me, right? So because I'm ambitious, I don't want to work with lazy people. I don't want to work with someone who don't see more for themselves, because I'm the type of person, if I see what you're capable of, if I see that you have talent in certain things, let me make sure my mic's still working. Okay, still working. If I see what you're capable of, I am going to try to pull it out of you and push you to your greatness. But if you're lazy and you don't want to do, then I'm not the best person for you. So I have certain ways I do things and encourage the people I mentor to do those same things. Now they don't have to do everything I do step by step, but you definitely want to work with someone that you look at their business model, you look at their processes and their structure and different things like that, and you're like, I want to do that. If that's what you want to aspire to be, then go ahead and pick that person to model after. But if you don't aspire to do what that person is doing, then they might not be the best person to model after. Tell people all the time, I'm a student first, because I don't know everything. I'm always learning. So it's important to me to work with people who love to learn, because I know people who who know they don't know everything. They're not arrogant, and open to growth. I know we can go somewhere. But if you're not open to growth, what is that? That means you're gonna stop learning at some point, and so you're not able to teach me as much as I would want to learn. So you got to look at, what is their business model, their business structure, and different things like that. And if you like it, is that something I want to model? So think about that too. And then the last one is their behavioral style. As someone who wants to do locks, if you're looking for a mentor, their behavior is going to be important to you, depending on the type of behavior you're okay with. I don't like to deal with someone too much I don't like to deal with negative people. So if you're constantly negative, you're constantly putting down other people, and it's okay to know you're great you're good at what you do, you're amazing at what you do. But if it's like, like this attitude, like I know it all, I ain't got to go and learn nothing, that's scary because we're all always evolving. We're always growing. And when you feel like you know it all, you've arrived, then there's really not much to learn, and you're stuck at a level that you're gonna be on for a minute until you decide you want to learn something else. So yeah, that's when it comes to the behavioral thing. I love dealing with professional people. So if somebody is not professional, I personally don't want to deal with the person. Depending on the lifestyle that the person live, I might not. If that lifestyle is going to, affect how I do business, that's going to be a problem. So, but then some people are good with really separating their personal life with their business. So if they're not bringing that into the workplace and I ain't got to deal with it, then I'm good. So it all depends. So I hope those things help. So when it comes to, at the end of the day, if you're someone looking for a mentor, when you're looking for someone, you definitely want to find somebody who is experiencing excellent in the arena or at the level that you want to get to. And if you are a client, you want to find somebody that's going to, kind of meet your expectations. And so that you're comfortable being there because you are pretty much building a relationship with that person. You have some level of rapport. So at the end of the day, who you model is important. And you just want to choose wisely. That's all I can say. Choose wisely. Okay. All right. So I hope this was beneficial to those of you who choose to listen and listen to the end. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section, and I will see you in the comment section, and we'll continue this amazing conversation there. So see you guys next time. Bye.